to talk to you a little bit on how to keep your chickens cool. In the summer, I've had a couple of people ask questions about heat stroke, having trouble with their chickens in this hot weather. We typically don't have a lot of trouble with it. A few things you can do to help them out. You can put ice, put a frozen bottle, a Coke bottle or something like that in the freezer. Then take it out and just throw it in their water, and that'll help to keep their water cool, and that'll cool them down. You can freeze fruit and throw it to them, or lentils are very cheap and they can swallow them whole even if they've been in the freezer, and that will help to cool them down really quick. But I'll show you what I do, and we have really hot summers and we don't ever have any trouble. So good ventilation in their coop. You do want in the summer to be able to open up some form of ventilation in there, and some shade, and just keep their water, and they should be good. But I'll show you what I do. I have people online asking about the heat, and heat stroke with their chickens. They're having trouble with heat stroke. We have triple digit heat index here for most of the latter part of the summer. The heat index today is 113. You hear the kids are riding four-wheelers trying to beat the heat. We don't ever have trouble with heat stroke. As long as they get some shade and adequate water, they should be fine. But I water mine in the smallest size hard plastic kiddie pool. That way they can drink as much as they want, and if they really are hot, they can get in it and cool off. Now, I don't have a lot of water in it right now because we have a couple of little bitties in there, and I didn't want it full enough for them to jump in there and drown. So at this height, if they jumped in, they could still stand up in it. But normally, when I don't have little bitties in there, little chicks, I just keep it full to the top, and they'll just jump right on the edge, roost right on the edge and drink. And they prefer to drink out of that. Rarely do they drink out of the other one. I have the other water with water in it because of the little chicks, because they couldn't reach this water. They can reach that one. But typically they prefer to drink out of the pool. So that's all I do for the heat. Just make sure they have plenty shade. I leave this tree and I trim it down every winter because it grows through the netting at the top in the summer. And so in the winter, when the leaves die down, I trim it and cut it back real short. But in the summer, I let it grow up so that they always have shade in here. And I leave some foliage along the edge too, so that there's a lot of shade. They have a lot of shade in here, so they can get out of the direct sun. But that's really all you need to do. They're typically not all that susceptible to heat stroke unless you have them in direct sunlight or if they're not getting adequate water. And I assume if their mineral intake was down, that would affect them too.